I have finally published all the rewards that you can get for supporting me on Patreon. So I got a link for you up there if you want to check it out. Patreon is basically a platform where you can support your favorite content creators. I say content creators can be anything. There's artists, there's musicians, there's philanthropists, there's all manner of people in there. And they actually have a very broad selection of people that require your support for continuing to do what they do. And I've got a page over there. Among other things, one of the rewards is to get early access to my videos. So basically, let me explain how this goes. So in order to record so many episodes a day, and especially so many different games that I'm playing, especially RPGs, what I do is I pre-record a set number of videos. So for example, right now I have 4 episodes of Expeditions Viking pre-recorded. So if you're really into the series, for example, just saying, or Battle Brothers, for example, and if you support me on Patreon for just $1 a month, and this can be changed at any time, you can stop supporting me, there's no contract or anything, it's just totally fine. But if you do support me on Patreon, you get early access for my videos. And the reason why I don't put them up all on YouTube as soon as I record them is pretty simple. And that goes back to what I was saying before. Because I pre-record episodes, what happens is, for example, yesterday I recorded 3 episodes of Battle Brothers and 2 episodes of Tides of Numenera. And if I uploaded them yesterday, we'd have only 3 episodes. You see the problem there? So what I do is I pre-record. But for those of you that are really dedicated and go out of your way to support me monetarily, and I have so much to thank for you guys, thank you very, very much, you're amazing. But if you do, you can go to Patreon and see the videos there. I have also other rewards for the first tier, and that is only for $1 a month. Also, you get access to the Discord chat that I'm still gonna make, but I will be making it this week. So yeah, Discord is basically a platform where you can have a chat with people. It's basically like a big forum. It's got its differences, but I will be there, and you can chat to me at any time. Of course, you can do that on comments as well, so it's not a big difference, but it is a little bit more organized. So I'm not really sure how busy it's gonna be early on, but you know, the channel is growing. So yeah, if you support me on Patreon, you're gonna have access to that. Also, you'll see blog posts and about future plans, updates, and other stuff that I talk about YouTube, and I'll be posting that on Patreon. Just, you know, little insights, little things that I really have nowhere to put because Twitter is kind of small and because Facebook kind of doesn't work on my computer really, and I kind of don't care for that. Yeah, I don't really follow through with my Facebook page. Also, monthly reports about monetary reports about the where your money goes to. So basically, you'll be able to know what I spend your money on. So thank you very much for your support if you do, and that's my way of giving some accountability back, basically, transparency, and of course my undying gratitude. And that is only for $1 a month. But if you want to go a little bit above and beyond, you're already going above and beyond, to be honest, but on the $5 a month tier, you get to play with me on camera on multiplayer games that I play. So far I haven't really done that because, well, there's usually... it's only with Bumpy McSquigums, but no, we'll see where the future leads to. And for $5 a month, you'll have basically I'll ask, and whoever has this, you know, availability and wants to, can join me on stuff like, I don't know, Ark, or coming up. There's another game called Kriya, I believe, and who knows. Who knows? And then you can also vote on games that I play on the channel or on stream. So I want to make Patreon a little bit more of a choosing platform. I already kind of do that with YouTube because of the whole like thing and many series competing for the same time slot. But yeah, on Patreon you're gonna have a bigger saying, and your saying is gonna matter. So yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit involved with that and on there, and allow you to have a say on what I play. And also your name, of course, will have priority and will always be on in-game characters that I play on the channel. Like, for example, Battle Brothers got a bunch of in-game characters there that have names for my Patreons and also for other people. But if you support me at this tier, you'll get that as well. And then, of course, the last tier, you become a captain of the RPG army, and that is the $15 a month tier, and that is amazing. And you will be able to tell me once a month what you want me to play. So I'll make one video at least, and if it's something that I really like, it probably will be more than one video. But once a month, you'll be able to tell me, Colonel, go and play, I don't know, Half-Life 1, or go and play Might and Magic 5. sure, it's all fine, and I will play that game. So, yeah, of course, there's gonna be a few caveats. I am gonna be uploading a FAQ, or FAQ, do you say FAQ? I don't know, I say FAQ, but yeah, whatever. An FAQ, a frequently asked questions page on Patreon pretty soon as well, so to clarify some of these points. But if you want to check it out, you have a link up there. Just need to hover over with your mouse, and there's going to be a little card. It's what YouTube calls it, so for you to check it out. So thank you very much for your support, and I hope you enjoy the rewards. And oh, also, by the way, I need to say something else. If you already support me on Patreon, you're amazing, and you also need to update your what's it called? Pledge? I think it's pledge. Is it pledge? I don't know. They call it something. You should have received an email telling you that I have updated the reward tiers. So by default, you have a no reward tier, even if you support me with many monies. But you need to update. It's free. It doesn't change anything. If you want to change the amount, you can change the amount. It's fine. But it just needs to update, so you will have access to different reward tiers depending on how much you have pledged. So yeah, if you're already on Patreon, on my Patreon, be sure to check that out. A couple of months ago, I had a little bit of a rant about YouTube recommendations. Basically, the thing that appears over there, the first thing, and other people have also told me that they also don't really like what appears there. But the thing was, for me, is that that was the only thing that showed crappy stuff, like 10 ways to shave your beard, as if they knew that I need it. But anyway, there's only one. Don't do anything else. Blow torches, better not. But this week, or actually last week, it started to appear more random videos at the wall thing below that video over there. There's one that's really up next, and there's another one's recommendations. So I was able then to select it to, as I am not interested in this stupid thing. And basically, the YouTube recommendations have been fixed for me over the much work over the week. But because I watch a lot of YouTube videos, I can do that every time I see that something stupid like 10 ways to, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, YouTube fixed it for me. I hope it will have fixed it for you as well if you did the same thing as I did. Or maybe you enjoy your recommendations and that's all fine. But yeah, I just wanted to give a follow-up on that little rant that I made. So games that came out this week were a little bit more than there usually are in previous weeks. There were 4, well, I'll say games. RPGs. There are 4 RPGs, or kind of they are RPGs that came out this week. The first one was Starcrawlers. Actually, not the first one. The first one from the ones that we have, that I have, is Acaratus. But let's start with Acaratus. Let's go with that. Acaratus, or Acaratus, I'm not really sure. I think it should be Acaratus, because if that's Latin, it probably is pronounced Acaratus rather than Acaratus. But it is basically a strategy games. Well, it's basically a arena, turn-based game where you fight with robots that you make yourself. I played it when it first came out into early access, and it was really rough at the time, but you could see there was a lot of potential, and the reviews have been generally positive. So if you want to check it out, there's links for you down in the description. That looks pretty interesting. If you like building your own robots, I advise you check it out. I also found this Killers and Thieves game. And that one looks amazing. I really like the look of it, the art style and all that. People have been complaining about the UI though. So it's basically a strategy RPG, sort of indie action, many tags on Steam. I haven't played it myself, so I'm not really sure if it is good. The reviews so far on Steam are mixed. I didn't check any reviews for that one, but it does look very interesting. And if you're one of those guys like me that have, over the years, gotten through some pretty tricky UIs, then you are not gonna mind the UI too much if the gameplay is good. So check it out. Link for you in the description as well. And I wanted to bring. I don't know why. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Starcrawlers. This game caught my eye a long time ago, and I really wanted to play it on the channel. Just don't have had the time. There's another game that also I want to bring to your attention as well later on. Yeah, this game, I wanted to play it. I contacted the developers back in probably a year ago, and they said they will send me a key, because I don't have it yet. When they had the keys, they never sent it to me, but even if they did, I wouldn't be able to play it on the channel, but then again, I didn't play it. So if you want to check out, it's a dungeon crawler, sci-fi, procedurally generated, if I remember correctly. It's pretty interesting, Star Crawlers. I advise you check it out if you are into dungeon crawling, and also sci-fi, because, you know. And also Starpoint Gemini Warlords. I have no idea what it is. I have a page over here, the link for you down in the description. It is a strategy 4X game. Well, actually, well, that kind of sums it up. It's sci-fi. It might be interesting. If it's from the guys that made... I should have done it. Yeah, so check it out. Might be interesting. Also, another game that I want to bring to your attention, and I unfortunately have not been able to play, and, well, because the prototype is public, but it's in Kickstarter. There's a few days to go, and it looks amazing. It also looks to be to have all the design priorities in the right place. It's called Keensid, and I got for you down in the description if you want to check it out. You can play the prototype, you can check out their Kickstarter campaign, and there's still a few days to go, so if you want to get in on the action, be sure to check it out as well. For about a month now, I have been watching Keith Ballard's Let's Play of Morrowind, and if you don't know who Keith Ballard is, he plays a lot of RPGs, mostly on action. He plays a lot of other games as well, but he has done a collaboration with me, or I have done a collaboration with him, on Viking Squad, I think it was the game. Very brief Let's Play that we did with the Muppet as well, and he's a fantastic Let's Player, and the reason why I chose this week to talk about his Let's Play of Morrowind is not only because, well, it's Morrowind, and yeah, but also because I was fairly surprised of how much I'm enjoying it. I mean, he's a fantastic Let's Player, he's got a voice of gold, and I really enjoy his commentary. He's always very witty, and very to the point, but he's a new player to Morrowind, and that's why I was surprised. That's why I was surprised that I really am enjoying his Let's Play very, very much. So if you are hurting for some Morrowind fix and you can play the game yourself, or you want to just get more than just playing the game yourself and you want to see somebody play it, and you don't want to rewatch my my playthrough, of course my playthrough, my Let's Play was a, well, there's still some episodes to go, be on the lookout for that, because, you know, there's more missions to be done, side quests, and there's all secrets and all things, there's things coming. But if you watched my Let's Play, you saw that I'm fairly competent in the game, and I know what to do, and I know where to go, and I was able to build strategies and build a character that was good and all that sort of stuff. He's struggling with the game, and that's awesome to see, because it really shows you, first off, for me, I think it brought me back to the first days of Morrowind, and it's something that, my first days of Morrowind, it's something that people often don't realize, or it took a while for me to realize that, so maybe I shouldn't be projecting on you if you have realized that already. The thing is, for a new player to play on camera of any game, it's really tricky not to come off as an idiot. He does not come off as an idiot, I mean, Keith Ballard does, because it really shows, the thing is, his Let's Play really shows how tricky Morrowind's UI, not just the UI, but everything, the game is just old school, and if you don't know certain stuff, you're not gonna just figure it out on your own. You need to look it up, like alchemy. He hasn't touched that, but one thing, enchantment, that's what I wanted to say. Enchantment or enchanting, it's really tricky. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of little bits that he just comes with a perspective of a modern player, as we all are. Well, I say we all are, some of you might not be. But yeah, it's just really interesting to see, and it's not frustrating at all, for me anyway, because I really enjoy the game, and he is capable of holding the interest of the viewer. So if you want to check it out, I can't praise it high enough. Check out his channel as well. I got a link for you up there for the Let's Play of his Let's Play of Morrowind, and yeah. So he's, of course, he's got a long way to go, and he's trying to do the main quest only. Yeah, right. Morrowind. And as happens every weekend, I don't know where my accent went there. I want to give out a very special thanks to those of you that have gone out of your way to support me on Patreon. As I was saying before, now you should go there and update your pledge, just not monetarily if you don't want to, just for getting your rewards in. And we have a new member of the RPG army. His name or her name is the Mad Larkin. Thank you very much for your support and welcome to the team. Thank you very much. I also want to special thanks to every one of you that, again, have gone out of your way to support me and have been there for a while. Benji Namiknur, thank you very much. Rob Anybody, thank you. Robert Deffern, thank you very much. Jordan Cozart, thank you very much. Paul Bible, Joshua A. Ennis, Michael Grayson, thank you very much. Casper KJ Jorgensen, Grigory Krasikov, thank you very much, and Atom Collider, thank you all very, very much for being there on Patreon. Be sure to check it out again, to go there and update your pledge. You should have received an email, but if you're joining me now, you'll be able to just select a tier if you wanna join me there, if you wanna support me there. So you don't need to update anything if you are joining now. So thank you very much. A couple of weeks ago, I had a quote about, well, basically, music is not fireworks, and I went a little bit rambly about what music means to me and all that sort of stuff. But this weekend, I want to talk about video games, because yesterday I was having a chat with a friend, and I was telling her that bad drivers. Oh, well, I was joking, of course, but there's a hint of truth in, well, of my personal belief in what I said. Bad drivers don't play video games, and it doesn't matter. It's not. I'm not talking about driving games. That was my whole point. And I think there's a quote. I don't remember which one. That's not the quote I got for this week. There's a quote by somebody that says, "Video games use different muscles in your mind that you don't normally use." And I don't know who said that, but it's very true. And it doesn't need to be driving games. The thing is, video games change your perspective of the world, because you need to abstract yourself a lot. Even if you're playing a platformer, even if you're playing, I don't know, a text-heavy game, or just watching an interactive video, or interactive movie, I should say, even those, they change your perspective. They make you think in a way that you can never think anywhere else. And RPGs the most, I think. RPGs are the ones that really, really bring you out of your comfort zone and really force you to think differently. And I think that's what makes a good driver. That's what makes a good driver. Because driving well is not about... That was my whole point. I'm joking, of course, but driving well is not about just knowing the rules and having a good grip on the wheel. It's about having a perception of the road and of your car and of everybody in it that is not readily apparent to somebody that's starting to drive. At least I think that's the case, because people often just focus on themselves, and they're usually the bad drivers. Like, you need to have a fuller view of the road. And yeah, I was joking anyway. But because of that, I have a quote by Shigeru Miyamoto, and he's the guy that made Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, I think, as well. He works for Nintendo now. I think he's one of the big guys at Nintendo, and he's got, well, a very precise and to the point quote that can't really be, I don't think it can be argued against, can it? Video games are bad for you. That's what they said about rock and roll. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.